What's up, YouTube? Doing this video on my lock journey because also to help me keep track of my journey myself, and then to help those and encourage those that are looking to start it as well, because it is a decision that you're gonna need to be sure that you're ready to make. Locks obviously is more of a permanent hairstyle, so therefore when I say be ready to make that dramatic change, because once they start growing, once they get locked, if you want to change your hairstyle, of course, you got to cut them off. Also, it is a long process as far as the locking process. It could take anywhere from 2 months, 4 months, sometimes even a year for your hair to lock. And in those beginning few months, you can't do anything like get your hair wet, wash your hair. A lot of you, if you're used to washing your hair, your scalp is used to getting washed. When you first start getting your hair twisted, it will itch a lot. And right now, I am at my beginning phase. My hair is not locked. I just got this twisted 2 weeks ago, Friday December. Excuse me. I got it retwisted Friday December 17th, and then 2 weeks prior to that, the first time I had this style right here actually locked. Prior to that, it was not locked, excuse me, twisted. Prior to that, I did have it twisted, but the first time I had it done in November, I she twisted it. The person that twisted it did it a little too large for my taste. I wanted them a little small. I wanted to have a little more dreads. So when I came back in 2 weeks, she thought she would be able to just retwist them and just separate them, like split them into twos. But she ended up actually making them way too small, and I had a million twists at that time. So um, came back to her again and I said, hey, look, we're gonna have to get this thing right. So she washed my hair out and twisted it. I looked at it again. She did it a couple times. We got the size right, and that's where we're at right now. This is the size that I wanted. I haven't counted them, but it's the size I want. It's about the amount of treads that I wanted to have. And I said that that's probably the most one of the first important things to figure out after you decide you want to get locks, is figure out what size you want them, because once they do lock, and once you've been patient and taking care of your scalp and got your hair to lock, and it's not the right size, the only thing you can do is actually cut them and start over. So make sure that they're the right size before you get them locked. All right. Next, I'm 30 years old. So that can cover any questions. A lot of times, where I'm from, from New York, braids and cornrows is out of style. Nobody wears that really anymore. Well, I'm in California now, and actually I found out people do wear them, and it's all a matter of your style. But in my opinion, you 25 and up, you got braids, you need to cut them and dread them. Um, what else? Like I said, I started out. I think I originally started out in October. Washed them out. What else? The short phase. That was one of the reasons it took me so long to actually decide if I wanted to dread them, because I didn't want to go through the short phase. I had twist in high school, like my second year in high school, and so I didn't really like the look of it. But I think my face matured out a little bit. Got a little facial hair. I like the look of it. It's a little better than it was when I was in high school. Plus, I twisted them myself then. Now these are professionally done. All of them are pretty much the same size. Um, but I had actually considered um, dread extensions. Um, I say I considered it. I wasn't. I don't know how close I was to getting them. Just as a dude, I really couldn't dig the whole extension thing in my hair. Plus, I don't even like weaves and extensions in females, So my whole thing was go as natural as possible, and this would be a little journey, something I can look forward to, something that I can, you got to work hard for this process. It's a lot of work into it. Sometimes, especially if you're getting your hair done professionally, you're gonna be spending a lot of money, anywhere from $50 to $100 every 2 weeks, just getting them retwisted. I already had my hair retwisted 2 or 3 times. However, after the second time, I had it washed out, so like I said, my hair is not locked. Um, but it still has grown in that time. Right now, I would say my hair is about um, 3 to 4, probably about 4 inches. I'd say 4 inches. When I first started, probably was about 2 inches. So it's grown a lot in a month. Um, what else? like I said, oh, I was going to the place I was getting it done at was a like an African shop. Well, the lady who was doing it, she was African, and so she used this stuff that I have no idea what it is. She mixed with some black gel, and it pretty much is supposed to lock your hair and keeps it hard, keeps it tight. And I will not lie, this stuff really works. The first time she did it, my hair was hard as a rock. It was like a twig. You couldn't even squeeze them. You couldn't even twist them until some of the gel just kind of wore off after a few weeks. The only problem I have with that, I don't know if it's the little special stuff she says she uses that's from Africa, or the actual gel and the amount of gel that she used. Because the problem I had was a lot of flaking, a lot of brown and red flaking, like a lot of it. So that's the only thing I don't like, and there's really a lot of it on my hair right now. Fortunately, and unfortunately, you can't really see it. But I'll try to get a little closer. I don't know if you can see what, like some of my spots in my hair, they look brown, but as you can see though, the twists are pretty tight as far as the technique that she used, which was the back combing, and then just from force of habit, I actually twist my hair all the time, so that's what keeps it so tight. That's another important thing you can do, that keep twisting your hair. Keep twisting it. If it comes loose, just keep twisting it. You don't always have to put gel or wax on it to retwist it. You could just twist it. You know. I am gonna try something that T-Bay87 recommended. She said she uses the Queen Helene Pink Styling Gel. I'm gonna try that because I want to start just twisting it myself. I wanted to just let it start off professionally, so to get the size right and make sure that everything was parted evenly. So that's why I got it done professionally originally. Now I think I'm gonna start retwisting it myself, and then I'll start updating you guys on that. Once I do that, every 2 weeks, or every 3 weeks, or every month, or something like that, however it goes. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'm here to learn. If you got tips, let me know. Um, that's it. So follow me, and I'll be following others like TB87. I think she's over her 2 year mark. She's got a lot of good tips, and I like her style. So um, that's it for today, YouTube. One.